Thunder, lightning, rain. A wild, empty Scottish moor. 3 strange women appear from the mist. They are old. They are frightening. They do not seem fully human. These are the 3 witches, also called the Weird Sisters. They gather in a circle and chant together, "Fair is foul, and foul is fair." What does this mean? It means, in this story, nothing is what it seems. Good things will look evil. Evil things will look good. Things that seem like gifts are actually curses. Remember this sentence. It is the heart of the whole story. Not far away, a great battle has just been won. 2 Scottish generals, Macbeth and his best friend Banquo, are riding home through the stormy moors after fighting brilliantly for their king, King Duncan of Scotland. Macbeth is everything a man could want to be. Tall, powerful, brave, respected. Everyone loves him. The king loves him. He is a true hero. For now. The witches step out of the mist and block their path. They point at Macbeth and speak 3 prophecies, 3 predictions about the future. First, all hail Macbeth, Thane of Glamis. He already is this. So far, so normal. Second, all hail Macbeth, Thane of Cawdor. He does not know this yet, but the witches do. Third, all hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter. King. That word lands like a bolt of lightning. Macbeth goes very, very still.
His eyes change. Something wakes up deep inside him. Something he has never let himself think about before. A dark, hungry desire. Could he really become king? Then the witches turn to Banquo. Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. Banquo's children will be kings, but Banquo himself will not be king. The witches vanish into the mist. Macbeth stands there in the storm. He is not frightened. He is tempted. Minutes later, messengers arrive from King Duncan. The Thane of Cawdor has been executed for treason, and the king is giving his title to Macbeth. The second prophecy has already come true, which means Macbeth's mind begins to race. King Duncan announces that his son, Prince Malcolm, will be the next king after him. This news hits Macbeth like cold water. Malcolm is now standing between Macbeth and the crown. Macbeth writes a letter to his wife, Lady Macbeth, telling her everything. The witches, the prophecy, the possibilities. Lady Macbeth reads the letter alone in their great castle. And she does not hesitate for a single second. She thinks, my husband is brave and great, but he is too kind, too gentle. He wants the crown, but he will not do what is necessary to get it. I will have to push him. She calls upon dark spirits to make her cruel, to take away all her feelings of pity and mercy. She says, fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. This is a woman who wants power, and she will do anything to get it. King Duncan arrives at Macbeth's castle, Inverness, as a trusted, happy guest. He praises Lady Macbeth. He brings gifts. He has no idea, none at all, what is being planned. That night, Macbeth paces alone in the dark, and in his mind he sees something terrifying. A dagger floating in the air, pointing toward the king's room. Is it real? Is it his imagination? He reaches for it, but cannot touch it, yet it leads him on. Macbeth's conscience fights back. He says to Lady Macbeth, we will proceed no further in this business. He wants to stop. He wants to back out, but Lady Macbeth is furious. She calls him a coward. She questions whether he is really a man at all. She has a plan. She will drug the king's guards with wine. While they sleep, Macbeth will sneak in and kill the king with the guards' own daggers. Then they will place the bloody daggers back on the sleeping guards, making them look guilty. If we should fail, asks Macbeth,
We fail? But screw your courage to the sticking place, and we'll not fail, she tells him. Macbeth looks at his wife. She is cold. She is certain. She is terrifying. He says yes. The plan is set. Deep in the night, the castle is silent. The guards are drunk and snoring. Macbeth walks alone through the dark stone hallways toward the king's room. He is trembling. He passes his friend Banquo in the corridor. Banquo cannot sleep. He feels something wrong in the air. They say a few words. Macbeth tells him nothing. Macbeth goes in. He does what he came to do. He comes back to Lady Macbeth, white as a ghost. His hands are covered in blood. He is still holding the 2 bloody daggers. He cannot speak properly. He is falling apart. He says, "Methought I heard a voice cry, 'Sleep no more.' Macbeth does murder sleep. He is hearing things. He is breaking down." Lady Macbeth is cold and practical. She takes the bloody daggers from his shaking hands and goes back herself to leave them on the guards. She returns calm. She says, "A little water clears us of this deed." Then, knock at the gate. They scramble into their nightclothes to look like they were sleeping. In the morning, Macduff, a powerful Scottish nobleman, arrives to collect the king. He goes to the chamber. He finds the body. He screams, "Oh, horror, horror, horror!" Everyone pours into the courtyard. Macbeth pretends to be devastated. He even kills the 2 sleeping guards before they can be questioned, claiming he was so overcome with grief that he lost control. Lady Macbeth faints. Whether it is real or performed, we are not sure. King Duncan's 2 sons, Malcolm and Donalbain, are terrified. They do not know who did this or why, but they know they might be next. They run. Malcolm goes to England, Donalbain goes to Ireland, and their running away makes them look guilty, exactly as Macbeth planned. Macbeth is crowned King of Scotland. Macbeth is king. He has everything he wanted, but he is not happy. He cannot be happy because he is afraid. He is afraid of Banquo, because the witches said Banquo's children would be kings, which means Banquo's children are a threat to Macbeth. And worse, Banquo was there on the moor. Banquo heard the prophecy. Banquo is smart. Banquo suspects. Macbeth thinks being king means nothing if he is not safe. So he does something terrible. He hires murderers to kill Banquo and his son Fleance that very evening. The murderers ambush Banquo on a dark road. Banquo is killed. But his son Fleance, the boy, escapes into the darkness. This terrifies Macbeth. The threat is still alive. That night, Macbeth hosts a great royal banquet for all the Scottish nobles. He is playing the role of the good, gracious, happy king. But during the feast, the ghost of Banquo walks in and sits in Macbeth's chair. Only Macbeth can see it. He stares at the empty chair, except to him, it is not empty. He sees Banquo, dead, white, covered in blood, staring at him with hollow eyes. Macbeth loses control. He speaks to the ghost. He shouts at it. "Thou canst not say I did it! Never shake thy gory locks at me!" The guests are confused and frightened. Lady Macbeth tries to calm everyone, saying Macbeth has an old illness, a seizure. He gets like this sometimes. But Macbeth keeps raving. The ghost disappears, then comes back again. Macbeth screams at it again. The banquet ends in total chaos. The guests leave, frightened and suspicious. Something has cracked inside Macbeth, and Lady Macbeth can no longer hold him together. He decides he must go back to the witches. He needs more answers. Macbeth returns to the witches. They are in their dark cave, stirring a giant bubbling cauldron, chanting their awful potion. Double, double toil and trouble.
Fire burn and cauldron bubble. They show him 3 visions, called apparitions. First apparition, an armed head rises from the cauldron. Beware Macduff, beware the Thane of Fife. Second apparition, a bloody child rises. No man of woman born shall harm Macbeth. This makes Macbeth feel completely invincible. Every human being is born of a woman, so nobody can kill him. Third apparition, a child wearing a crown, holding a tree.
Macbeth shall never be defeated until great Birnam Wood comes to Dunsinane Hill. A forest cannot walk, a forest cannot move. Macbeth feels totally, completely safe. But then he asks one more thing. Will Banquo's children ever be kings? The witches show him a vision of kings, all bearing Banquo's face, stretching into infinity. Macbeth howls with rage. He leaves the cave feeling powerful, but then he hears terrible news. Macduff has fled to England to join Malcolm and raise an army against him. In pure fury, Macbeth does something unforgivable. He sends murderers to Macduff's castle, not to kill Macduff, who is gone, but to kill everyone inside. Lady Macduff and her children, all of them, innocent people, killed. Macbeth is no longer just an ambitious man who made one terrible mistake. He is now a tyrant who murders children. When Macduff in England hears that his entire family has been murdered, he weeps. Then his grief turns to iron fury. He and Malcolm raise their army. They will march against Macbeth. Back in Scotland, something has gone terribly wrong with Lady Macbeth. The woman who said, "A little water clears us of this deed," who told her husband to think nothing of it and wash his hands, is now sleepwalking through the castle at night. Her eyes are open, but she cannot see anything. She rubs her hands together desperately, over and over and over. She is trying to wash blood from her hands, blood that is not there. Her doctor watches in secret. She speaks in her sleep. "Out, damned spot! Out, I say! The blood of King Duncan, the blood of Banquo, the blood of Lady Macduff, the blood of innocent children." She cannot get it off, not because it is really there, but because her guilt has broken her mind completely. Meanwhile, Malcolm and Macduff's army is marching toward Macbeth's fortress, Dunsinane Castle. Malcolm gives his soldiers a brilliant order. Cut branches from Birnam Wood and carry them in front as you march, to hide how many soldiers there are. A messenger runs to Macbeth. "My lord, the wood is moving. Birnam Wood is coming to Dunsinane." Macbeth goes pale. The third prophecy is coming true. Then comes the news that finally breaks him. Lady Macbeth is dead. She has taken her own life. The woman who started all of this, who pushed him, who hardened him, who planned it all, is gone. And Macbeth gives one of the most beautiful, most heartbreaking speeches in all of literature. "Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. Life," he says, "is meaningless. It is just a story told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. A man who once had everything, now believes nothing means anything. The battle begins." Macbeth fights with savage, desperate courage. He still holds on to that one prophecy like a lifeline. No man of woman born can kill him. He cuts down soldier after soldier, and then he comes face to face with Macduff. Macbeth shouts, "I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born." Macduff looks at him and says the words that tear everything apart. "Despair thy charm." Macduff was from his mother's womb, untimely ripped, a caesarean birth. Macduff was cut from his mother's womb, not born in the normal way. The witches never lied. But they never told the whole truth either. Fair is foul, foul is fair. The prophecy was always a trick. Macbeth's invincibility crumbles. For one moment, he nearly flees. But then he decides, I will not run, I will fight. He charges at Macduff. Macduff kills him. Macduff carries Macbeth's sword before Malcolm. Scotland is free. Malcolm is crowned King of Scotland. Justice is restored. Order returns to the world. The curtain falls.